and taken away. The responsibility of protecting those from foreign countries, from invasions, are being abused, neglected, and we're being let down by the branches of our government that's responsibility, as charged by the Constitution, are being abused. Guys, again, I'm going to let you go because I know you got work. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, sir. Well, our rights are being reduced to a privilege. It's incrementalism, and like I said in the opening, we're being indoctrinated now to get ready for the sacrifice, be taught how to be poorer and poorer, and reduced to a third world country through the criminality of the federal government and the banking system. Let's read what our founding fathers had to say about the Federal Reserve or central banking system. Let's read what they had to say about moving to a paper currency, which is where we're at right now. I mean, there's a lot of information he just said that I agree with 100%, Brian.
A fiat currency backed by absolutely nothing more than, just an empty promise of an institution. Again, as Farron said, the founders warned us again and again and again about a central bank, which was actually tried in this country several times.
At least 2 times before they got the Federal Reserve Act.
Absolutely.
And I told Brian this, I wanted to mention this. I was reading the Federal Reserve Act again this past week. Yes, I do stuff like that. And it said,
everybody should.
it said that the interest paid to the Federal Reserve bankers was to be in gold. And I found that...
Yeah, why do you think that is, folks?
Yeah, they don't want this paper that they can print out of thin air. They can take roomfuls of it home, I guess, if they wanted to, because they know it's just that they want the gold. And American people need to wake up. We've got a few minutes left. If you'd like to call in, 704-873-1400. Our Davie County number is 336-499-0681. There's something I wanted to comment on briefly, and that is, this was reported this past week in the New York Times. Stretched thin in Afghanistan and Iraq, the American military will begin recruiting skilled immigrants who are living in this country with temporary visas and offering them the chance to become United States citizens in as little as 6 months if they will join the military. And Jim here was telling us before we went on that they are paid
$2,000 to $3,000.
$2,000 to $3,000 a week if they join up.
Usually they're civilian contractors that get that much.
Civilian contractors. So because our government has run us so thin in these wars of this massive debt, of course, that we couldn't afford, they are seeking now to get immigrants here, they say legally, I'm sure that's sketchy, to join the military, and then they can become American citizens. So there's no concerted effort to protect our borders or get rid of the illegal.
We saw something similar during the American Civil War in the 1860s when the Irish were coming to the United States by the boatload, and as soon as they pulled into New York Harbor, there was a recruiter literally right next to the boat, sign here, you'll be an American citizen, and as soon as you did that, get on the boat, you're going to Gettysburg or wherever, into the meat grinder.
Well, I'm glad we were able to get that information in today, and we got another phone call. Hey, you're on the Real News.
Hey, Farron. This is Mitch. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, good, sir. How about yourself?
I'm still unemployed and still being ripped off by our government, that's for sure.
Wow, well, at least I'm sure you don't feel alone.
That's true. I just want to let you know that Lou Dobbs has been reporting on this thing with the Texas rancher, and I think it's a travesty, and I think that the E-Verify program that has been implemented by the government should be funded, and they're just trying to eliminate it.
Well, isn't that an amazing story about the rancher? I didn't know it'd been covered by Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs and Glenn Beck's about the only two I can tolerate watching anymore on TV that because they will report some of the truth on the mainstream press. But isn't that just an amazing story what they've done to this, let me say again, American citizen doing the job of the failed federal government.
And being punished for it.
Being punished for it.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have tore up his property and done a lot of stuff to his water towers and everything else. And you don't see the government making them pay for that. I mean, that's just crazy.
It's an unbelievable time that we're living in, and sadly, I think it's going to It's going to get worse. Is there anything else you'd like to add here today? I mean, I know that you said you were unemployed. What's it like looking for a job now? I'm sure that it's with everything in collapse, it's got to be frustrating.
Well, I put in 30 applications, Farron, and I have gotten no calls from nobody. And every time I put in an application, I'll call in and say, there's 300 applications for that one job. And there's so many people out of work. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yes, we are living in trying times, and we've got about 2 minutes left. I'll give you the last word, Mix. Is there anything else you'd like to add today?
Just watch the stock market because it's going down fast. That's all I can say.
We haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Each week we have a quote of the week. Go ahead, Brian, and give us the quote of the week.
We shall have world government whether you like it or not, by conquest or consent. That was a statement by the Council on Foreign Relations, the CFR member James Warburg, to the Senate Foreign Relations Committee on February 17th, 1950.
Give us that Myron Fagan. I like that.
I did want to read that. The idea was that those who direct the overall conspiracy could use differences in those two so-called ideologies, Marxism, fascism, socialism versus democracy, capitalism, to enable them, the Illuminati, to divide larger and larger portions of the human race into opposing camps so that they could be armed and then brainwashed into fighting and destroying each other.
Myron Fagan, if you want to look that up. Each week on our website, therealnewsradio.com, we have a poll. We get our content for our poll from the broadcast. The name of our poll is Hypocrite of the Week. And this week we had the total hypocrisy displayed by the hotel fire in Beijing, China. You had to listen last week to understand that one. FEMA and DHS for so many reasons. Those that have passed this doomed-to-fail stimulus debacle, Newsweek magazine for waiting so long to admit the truth that we're all socialists now, and our elected officials that support and censorship with the fairness doctrine, something we're going to see a lot more of under this regime about broadcasts like this, the fairness doctrine. And the winner of Hypocrite of the Week is the total hypocrisy displayed by the hotel fire in Beijing this week, China. That is concerning World Trade Center 7. If you'd like to look that up, you'll see where we're coming from with that one, and urge that you do. We will have on March 14th, we've got Larry Pratt, Gun Owners of America, scheduled to be with us. We also have Bob Chapman, internationalforecaster.com. One of my personal favorites. You're going to really enjoy this one on March 7th. Hopefully that's going to work out. This guy's been right on predicting what's going to trends and what's going to happen in the economy. I think you'll find it very enlightening. And again, our website is therealnewsradio.com. Any of the clips we play you can find right there. And if you'd like to email us, whether it be YouTube clips or stories or information, what suggestions, something you'd like to see us do here on the air, or information that you might have that you find important, you can email that to us on air at therealnewsradio.com. Our goal here is to inform the public with news and information they don't find anywhere else, and I want people to have the opportunity to call in and voice their opinion. This is a forum for the listener. And until next week, this is Farron, Brian, Jim, and Ty saying, God help us all.